Recycle, reuse, and profit. It's a relatively new business model with new challenges, but many believe that that model has turned a corner as innovative startups focus on helping you get rid of all your stuff. Mark New is live for us in Silicon Valley to explain all of this. Hi, Mark.
Phil, suppose you're shopping for a blender. You can go out to the store and get one for a few $100 or order one online for roughly the same price. Well, it's likely that someone in your neighborhood probably has one that's sitting on their shelf unused. Wouldn't it be nice to get your hands on that for a cheap price? Or better yet, to trade that pair of ice skates your kid just outgrew a year ago for that blender. That's the idea behind a new breed of startups that are part of the sharing economy and looking to get you a good deal while also being kind to Mother Earth. Theresa Yap has collected 1,000 goods on the auction website Listia.
It's a candy wrapper and handmade. My husband said it's authentic and he'll wear it. But if he doesn't wear it, then I'll sell it. This is someone handmade and the bigger size. I love it.
Yap bids on the items with credits she has earned from selling goods on Listia, which means every possession here is the result of an exchange without money.
You don't have to pay, and then you can get rid of your junk.
Listia started 5 years ago after co-founder James Fong unsuccessfully tried to sell his boots on eBay and then agreed to give them away for free to a Craigslist user who never showed up.
People don't really do anything with the stuff that's in their house. You know, it ends up piling up. One day they get really frustrated and they throw everything away, and that's a huge waste of money. It's bad for the environment.
Today, Listia has more than 7 million members that have traded 100 million items. With 20,000 new listings added each day, Listia credits can also be used to buy products at Amazon, Walmart, and Best Buy. One of the most frustrating experiences on any platform involving used goods is when there's disputes over quality. That's why Listia has an entire floor dedicated to customer experience and trying to resolve disputes fairly for both the buyer and seller. Competition in the reuse space is growing. Users of the website Yerdle used to make 1,000 secondhand product swaps a month. But since introducing Yerdle credits last year, it's now doing 25,000 transactions a month.
The interesting thing about Yerdle credits is because they're not dollars, people think about them differently. And it's the story of the item that they've had in their lives for a while and they're getting rid of, and also the story, of the person who's bringing it into their life and what they're doing with it. And, it's nice to have like a smooth handoff.
Yerdle has a lofty goal of reducing the number of new products everyone buys by 25%.
80% of the things we have in our homes are used less than once per month. There's a lot of really good, useful things that unfortunately end up in the landfill because people just throw them away when they're done using them. And so Yerdle is sort of a place where you can give that thing a second life and actually get some value back for giving that thing to someone new.
For Theresa Yap, she estimates her savings to be $5,000 over the past 3 years, all through deals that literally money can't buy. While Listia and Yerdle are two of the more successful reuse startups that present a challenge to eBay and Craigslist, there are a host of other startups in this space like Fobo for electronics, Twice and Poshmark for secondhand clothing. You run a search for bartering and you'll see lists of sites like Tradeaway and Swap Treasure, so there's a lot of competition, but the two I profiled stand out because they're really making a concerted effort to create a community that has a certain amount of trust among users and essentially uses their own virtual currency. Phil.
All right, so I think I get it. You give me something you don't want, I give you something that I don't want, at least right now. How did the companies make money?
Well, Yerdle is a newer startup, so it's really focused on scaling and thus building a community of people that are giving and sharing. But eventually, they will likely end up selling credits in some fashion or another. Listia is doing that already. An example of this might be if you're short a few thousand credits for the item you want to bid on, you can spend real money to purchase those credits to make up the difference. It's very similar to purchasing mileage points for airlines. Listia has also incorporated advertising where you can buy such things as flowers or website domains through their site. Listia then gets a percentage of those orders. And one final note to give you an idea of the potential of the market. Analysts currently estimate that Americans have about $5 trillion worth of durable goods sitting in closets, garages, and storage spaces. Storage spaces are also one of the fastest growing sectors of real estate. So, Phil, if there's one thing you can take away from this story, you have the power to clean out your closets and declutter your life.
I'm just going to mail the stuff to you, actually, Mark. I don't even want the critics. You can have it all. Have a good weekend. Thank you very much.